Alright, timestamp October 23rd, 2025, 3:40 a.m. I've got a couple of dogs who are staring at me. They've got chains and switchblades, so I think they mean business. I cannot open the door with your paw on the handle. Exactly. Ow. Okay, walking across the lanai, trying not to, fall and hurt myself. Okay, that's interesting. Got like a furniture dolly out here, which, oh geez, that was almost pain and destruction right there. Got to figure out some better lighting there. Got a furniture dolly on the lanai, which we got like three. One that we brought and two that we found here. It's a good thing to have, especially with this. Moments like that, I hear riffraff in my head. All of this, and I'm still very proud of my Xavier. He did an amazing job. We had a couple performers doing Rocky Horror that had never done anything like that on stage before. Xavier being one of them, he knocked it out of the park. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I think the dolly got moved to the side a little bit because I saw the handle kind of like really close to my right. It's like, that shouldn't be that far into the aisle. What did we do? It's probably Tiny moving some stuff around. Woke up not too long ago, dealing with a little bit of panic attack kind of feeling. And in the spirit of panic attacks, no reason. Just chest tightness, palps. And I mean, it was, my last checkup was like a year ago. I know I need to go back in, but they did checks on my heart and stuff. I've had some people ask me questions about this. They did checks on my heart and whatnot, and my heart's actually very, very strong. They were like, no, you're good there. Your lungs, you got to work on this, but so I don't think I have any kind of heart condition or anything. I think it's just genuine BS anxiety that I've been dealing with for about 2.5 years now. And I know that I have nightmares, I just don't remember them much anymore. I used to remember my dreams a lot, but not as much anymore. But the shenanigans with my parents definitely triggered. I'm sure there's something psychological here, some deep-rooted trauma. It's just been a really awful roller coaster. Why? Okay, this is annoying me. So I got this guy. I don't even know if you can see him. So I got Tanner over here by the swing set, literally eating dirt. And then I got the other laughing wonder over here, hunting wasps. You guys are both begging me to come outside. This is the bathroom. This isn't. I mean, it is recess to a degree, but you're concentrating on recess and not potty break. And then an hour from now, you're going to be wanting to go outside again because you're going to go, oh yeah, When we went outside, I forgot to do that. I'm going in. I will not beat the children. I will not beat the children. I will not beat the children. But yeah, it's probably in the 60s again. It's nice. You know, if I really hated the neighbors, I could make those dogs bark all night long, I bet. That dolly's really far out. I don't know why. But yeah, I woke up a little bit of a panic attack, a little congestion. It's a normal day. But I feel pretty good about things. Had a pretty good day with my girl. We did some future planning. This is smart. Because, you know, we have a few things going on around here. Help. So we could clear things up. Went over supply needs. Because kind of what we got going on, just in a general sense, if you even care, is because the eventual goal is to basically scuttle George Station and get everybody here. And once the debris is cleared here, or at least contained, because much like the beat that you can't stop, the debris being cleared is probably a deceiving turn of phrase. Because it is going to be a while before the debris is cleared. Much like being sort of laughed at by my parents' friend the other day, the whole 2 years, which I did not appreciate. I know he was just making conversation, but that was just like not what you're just adding to the feeling of dread in the back of my mind. You think you have a 30% chance of survival. So what do you think, 10? You know. Thanks, buddy. Ooh, you know what? Don't talk anymore. But the idea is, plus I'm the one that has... Alright, so Pix grew up poor. Her needs were met, but there were times that she definitely went without once. So that has made her very, very weird when it comes to money. She will absolutely spend money on things that she needs, if she has the money, as most people will. But even if she has a surplus, she has a hard time sometimes spending it on wants. Even if it is, you know, that $100 item that she's been wanting for years, now on sale for $5, she'll tell herself no. And I don't. We have both learned through being in relationships before we met each other, that having two people handling the finances at the same time, unless they are completely independent finances wise, is a disaster or three waiting to happen. So we agreed a long time ago that I would handle the financial stuff, which is a load off her mind, with the exception of she does sometimes have the nervous worry, anxiety, because she's suffered panic attacks and anxiety stuff a lot longer than me. And in fact, she's actually been my guiding light through this, because I'm navigating. The first time I had a panic attack in front of her, she kind of freaked out just because, oh my God, you've never done this. And it was new to me too. But she's really been my guiding light over the past 2.5 years, because as I flippantly explained to someone who was, in my opinion, being an idiot at me the other day, you have to excuse me, this is the first time my mom has died and my dad has gone batshit crazy. This is new ground. The next time my mom dies, I'll know what to do. Thanks. But this whole thing has been such, a Clockwork Orange Giga coaster that I wasn't prepared for it, because you probably never are. But she's really been my guiding light through, again, all of this. But I woke up, heart palping, little tightness in the chest. Yeah. Yeah. Is what it is, man. But I'm dealing with it as best I can. But I've been the one handling the fundage. Not even sure why I got on that tangent. Oh, I do know. You can tell this is unscripted, right? I don't script my stuff. I like to speak extemporaneously. We're doing some milk chocolate caramel, Harry and David's. Again, I'm having a hard time reaching the coffee shelf, so I've got like 4 or 5 bags of different things on the counter over there, and I'm kind of rotating through them depending on my mood. I just made this pot though. We were doing some earlier today, the sea salt caramel, that giant Cameron's bag. I need to order that more often. I've forgotten how good that was. Still more than half a bag, and again, it's a 32-ounce bag, so my mojo. But there was probably a 6-month period, maybe even a year, that we didn't have that in the cabinet, and it's a shortcoming on my part. But from monies, ordering, whatnot, I'm attempting to, my next big thing, once I get the dining room squared away, is start trying to make some sense of the garage, because it is just, as my buddy Q would say, a pile of poo. This is like, Q, if you're watching, this is like a Nicholas stacked warehouse out there. Minus the rats, But I need to, if I can clear that, we're in a banker box and put all the bits and bobs and odds and ends into the workshop, I can then start really utilizing the garage for our storage, so we can scuttle George. That's the idea. But I'm the warehouse currently, so if she needs cat food, I order it. When she comes over, she picks it up for me. You know, like when she comes over tomorrow, I've got a huge bag of dog food that is open that I've been feeding Scrappy and or Tanner with. He's 12 years old. I don't want to change his name mid-game, but Tanner to me just... I've decided just from... because he seems to be claiming me, which is awkward and weird. I've never had like an older dog go, "You're my guy." My God, I'm Mr. Fredrickson. Should I start calling him Doug? He's a really little Doug. But I'm thinking about from a standpoint of like formal documents, taking the vet and all that, starting to call him Tannhauser. Middle name? Gate. Because I am that dork. I watched C-Beams, that scene, man. Still. And the past 2.5 years, thinking about mortality and whatnot, that scene keeps playing in the back of my head. Hey, that's simple, yeah. But yeah, like tomorrow, we're probably going to fill up a 2.5-gallon bag. I hear him. Oh, that's so good. 2.5-gallon bag full of kibble and send that home with her for Sammy. Oh, you're both out here. Hey, Scrappy, use your voice, man. Way to speak up, Tan. You could learn from him on that. I didn't hear your jingle jangle come up to the door, so you want to come inside, use your voice. Use your voice. You got to project a little bit. You didn't even open your mouth. All right, what do I got? What do I got? What do I got? What do I got? I got no preparation at all. All right. We're going to finish off these guys. Yep. One per customer. On your way, sir. Don't pressure him. In your own time. Okay. Good boy. Go. No. Don't you do that. I know what you're thinking. Making me use my daddy voice, my daddy eyes. Scrap. I realize you think you're being slick. I get it. Because in my lifetime, there have been moments that I thought I was being slick, and there have been moments that I really was slick. What that was? Transparent. Trying to move up and pressure the old man? Now look here. Whoa. Not even sure what some of these are. Hey, maybe don't go over there? What do you think? Thanks. It's tenacious. I have sharp things. I got a big old pile of boxes over here. Scrappy acorn. Thank you. Those are a little bit harder for him to eat. You give him some space. Or your buttocks will tingle in a way that is not appealing. I'm not sure what this is. Is it a bomb? Alright, they sent me a bag in a box. It's probably figures of some sort. Oh, okay. This is a mixed lot of Doctor Who figures that I ordered. Yeah. Cool, man. Alright, so... Remember how I was saying I didn't like pre-posed characters? Like action figures that have, like, really defined joints and limbs that make them like the Resident Evil figures, the 2 ones where it's like this leg is like woo, way out there. This Rose Tyler is a great example of that. Because the legs don't bend, that is, I mean, they move. And she's wearing, like, you know, bell-bottom kind of thing, so there's lots of, it's firm, it's a good, you know, foundation. But there's not a lot you can do with the pre-bent thing. And then the arms also, it's not hinged, it's on like a swivel. So, I mean, you can have her, you know, dealing with, if you're in the US, you could have her dealing with ice, you know, if you get my peculiar sense of humor there. Because she's obviously a foreigner. Don't get me started. But yeah, it makes the figure incredibly not versatile. And I get it, you know, Rose Tyler, run, but there's a certain ridiculousness to it. And overall, in general, I hate this figure. Look at, I mean, it's sort of Billie Piper-ish, but she's either about to bite you or call you an ugly name. I'm not sure. The way they, you know, when you freeze frame somebody's face and it's like, that one. Yeah, don't do that. So, I got a couple of good roses. I'll be reselling that. I may already have one of that, which I'll probably also sell anyway. Just because I really hate the figure, in case you haven't figured that out. This is a Gelth zombie. I have 1 or 2 of these. This is from early on. Is it Eccleston or Tennant? This is from early on, though. I have like 1 or 2 of these loose already, but I may still keep a third just because it does have a period zombie look going on. And with a lot of the horror dioramas that I do, I could probably change a little bit on the head sculpt, whatnot, and I've got like a nice little small household full of zombies, which, you know, who doesn't need that in their life? Space Pig. No, really, that's what that figure's called. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this guy yet. He may get resold. It was, this was the episode with the Slitheen. They, basically took, like, a human pig, whatnot, and turned it into an astronaut-looking thing for a UFO crash site as a diversion for the Earth authorities, if I remember the episode correctly. So, Space Pig. And it's just ridiculous, and in that respect, kind of funny. And it's short. It's a short figure. Because, you know, they took... They made a... what do they call it? False flag? Type thing to disguise their own invasion. I don't know. I may actually wind up keeping that just because it's ridiculously funny. I think I have one somewhere, but I'm not actually sure of that. So, This was one of those weird mix lots where I knew I was going to want to resell that rose. Because, no. Just no. No. But, and it's not a huge lot. They're what, six figures? Six figures? It's 6 figures, man. Almost everything else in the lot, I was like, I could keep that. I could keep that. So we've got a K9 going on. It actually looks like it's in fabulous shape. Do you open? Oh, is it one of those? Yeah. You press down on that control panel and it releases the side hatch. So he's got, you can see the guts and the gears. Overall pretty clean, pretty nice looking. And it's K9. I'm very clearly a fan. If you can see him in the back. Nope, because the way I have it angled. Ah. He looks good. A little bit of markings here and there, but nothing drastic. No worse than a K9 does in the field, right? Poor little guy, man. He goes through so much. And let's be honest, Tom Baker can be very unsympathetic at times. And a couple of Autons. These are the first Autons they did, figure-wise. They're definitely not based on the first Autons that appeared. Because that would have been Pertwee, right? Was it Spearhead from Space? I think it might be the first Pertwee episode, actually. It would be the first appearance of the Autons. The Nestine. These are they came out in a 2-pack, I know, because we sold them in the shop. And I think I still have a pack of them, and I've got a few loose now. A few more loose, which is great. They are slightly different. One of them is a little bit more yellowed, and then there's like a difference in the shirt and jacket, whatnot. They do not have, if you watch the other video, I was going to say, before I say something, let me verify that. Yeah, they do not have, I could break it and make it happen, but they do not have the hand that like opens. Because if you remember the other one, the fingers like flipped down and there was a pew-pew that stuck out of like the palm area that would have been exposed with the fingers being flipped down. But they do actually have like a line. And it's to simulate the joint, I'm sure. And again, it's a lot thinner there. So, I mean, I could force it, but it's not going to flip down. It's just going to, fall off. I am doing a little bit of what from a gaming standpoint would be called army building. Not drastic. I'm not trying to get like 50 Autons, but I do want, 10. Cybermen, I do want 10. Dialects, I do want 20. That's true. I am saddened in that I've been kind of doing my research here and there, and it looks like they never actually did a 5.5. These are the character options, 5.5 inch. That's what they're classified as. Figures. It looks like they never actually did Zygons in that scale. They did Zygons in the 4-inch scale, but never in the 5.5, which that makes me sad. I am working on getting some Silurians together. I don't remember seeing any of the early Silurians that we see with like Pertwee. It's mostly like the Matt Smith, David Tennant era Silurians, which is fine because the original Silurians. Alright, so one of the things that makes Doctor Who charming and also, oh my god, is some of the early stuff, the costumes. The rubber monster of the weeks can be really as my friend Summer would say, Terabad. Some of them are really awful. And the early Silurians are... they're really awful. They're really awful. So, I'm fine getting the more reptilian-looking modern Silurians from like David Tennant, Matt Smith era. Those look great. Those are a really, really cool-looking monster. And I do have a few of those. And I've got a mixed lot coming in from the UK. It's not here yet. Oh my god, I am thrilled with this mixed lot. I don't know how I got the deal that I did. I spent, I think, $100, and there's like 40 figures in it, plus some playset kind of action. Holy cats. Holy cats. I'm very excited about that getting here, because talk about army building, there's like 3 Cybermen in it. There's no Dialects, I don't think, but there was like a ton of other really great stuff. There's like 42 figures plus a couple of playset object things. And I was just like, oh my god, I got that. Oh, there's some stuff in there that I've been wanting to get for a long time. Like several figures here and there that I've been wanting to get for a while. That should have sold for like $500 or $600. Because I understand what the value is on a lot of the things that were in the lot. I'm like, this, I almost feel guilty. I'll take it. But I almost feel guilty about this because... okay. I think with shipping it's like 140. And still 5 or 6, maybe $700. Because there are a couple figures in there that are typically $40 and $50 figures by themselves. And there's 42 figures in the lot, I think. It's like Christmas. So, not here yet, but it will be. But yeah, we're going to resell that Rose. Going to put the other guys in the box. K9's going to hang out for a while, because K9. Because that right there. Is that one of the pullback ones? No. Okay, good. Okay. The reason I say good, the pullback ones are kind of cute and fun, because there are some that actually have to, like, you know, you pull it back, let it go, and it goes zzz. They are fun, and they are also inconvenient. The reason being is I've had this happen before. You know, you put it down somewhere and you like move it backward to reposition it. You see where this is going? You see where this is going? And suddenly, stunt pilot. Yeah. So, I respect the pullbacks, and also, I'm glad you're not one. Thank you. So, I got some, Pix and I went shopping. We went to Macy's, 5th Avenue. Let me tell you, some of the things that they, we went to Aldi. Top shelf here, lady. But I picked up some bananas. Basic foodstuffs. They carry some of the, we're getting a lot more whole food, raw, fruit, vegetables for prep. And they also do carry some frozen stuff, which is more in line with the diet that she's trying to do. Because European food standards for the most part. Ta-da! Better stuff, and prices are great. They don't sponsor me, but they could. But yeah. So I got some very nice yellow-green bananas over there. It's exciting. Picked up a whole bunch. They've got a peel. So, alright, I'll stop with the skipper dad jokes, I promise. But yeah, just had a pretty good day with my girl. Planning. Just hanging out with her. We did lunch here. Picked up a box at Aldi. They're in the frozen food section. We normally don't do that kind of thing because we're trying to, be healthier and all that for the most part. But this is like the third time we've been to Aldi that she's slowly walked past it and gone, oh, that looks good. They had something called Reuben Bites. They're in a white box with like green trim, I think. And they're basically like breaded corned beef. They almost look like you would get the pizza rolls, but they're basically like a Reuben sandwich kind of thing, the guts of it. So we bought a box of those. It's like $7.99, but it was like a pound and a half of them too. So I was like, okay, you know what, I can kind of justify this. And that was our lunch. Those were pretty damn good. They were pretty damn good. You might be able to microwave it. They didn't actually have microwave instructions though, so we popped it in the oven. That was pretty damn good. It did have air fryer instructions, which we have 6 of. I'm actually not kidding. No, I'm not kidding. There's 6 out there. My mom was hoarding kitchen appliances. Still in box. Still in box. Yeah. Which is cool because, we've got some brand new appliances to work with once we get the kitchen squared away. Although, honestly, the kitchen is so small there's not enough counter space to accommodate one of everything. Nor do I need one of everything. There's some ridiculously niche-y kitchen appliances out there. So, I'll deal with that in a different way. But yeah, no, the Reuben Bites, they were good. But yeah, it had conventional oven and air fryer instructions on the back. It was like 10 minutes at 425. Very, very complicated. So, I'm going to go ahead and, because I've been going for a bit, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Health check, again, I feel pretty good. Panic attack's starting to subside a little bit. I got a canine and some Autons, so we're starting off with a good day. I'm gonna have a nanner, and I'm probably gonna get some work done, and I might do another video in a couple hours or something like that because I've got like 6 boxes behind me, and yeah, sure. All right, so no, stop doing that. She's drunk. Make it a great day.